When we discussed fly control with Dave Boxler a year ago, warm weather had raced the progress of crops and plants across Nebraska. But when we talked again Tuesday in North Platte, the conditions were much different for farmers and ranchers looking to put cattle out on pastures or ranges.
Our weather is certainly different from last year at this time, and when we spoke last year in May, we had been warm for about a month or so, and we had pretty sizable numbers of flies out there on our cattle already. Horn fly numbers through the summer of 2012 remained about average. Stable fly numbers were a little bit less because of the lack of moisture. This year we haven't seen many flies out yet because of the fluctuations in the weather. We've had 2 weeks ago we had snow here. Today 97-degree temperatures. So we should start to see flies emerging, and they should be out on the pastured cattle here very soon.
What are things that farmers and ranchers need to be on the lookout for? Are there any signs to be looking for?
Well, you're going to probably start seeing the animals kind of bothered. They'll be throwing their head. That's a clear indication that horn flies are present. In the morning, go out and check your animals. You'll see horn flies on the backs of animals and the sides. And you want to start thinking about applying a treatment. There's a number of different treatment methodologies for horn flies, anywhere from dust bags, oilers, pour-ons, feed-throughs, as well as insecticide ear tags.
Is there any threshold to meet?
Yes, the economic injury level for horn flies is set at 200 flies per animal. And that's not that many when you really start looking at it. So,
any easy way to count that, Dave?
Well, we actually have utilized digital photography now, where we actually take a photo of an animal, the side of an animal, and then use a computer program to enumerate the population. But for a producer, they should go out and take a look at their animals probably mid-morning, around 10 o'clock. As the temperature increases, like today, what happens with the horn fly, they will go down to the belly area, and if you would go out there in mid-afternoon, you may not see any horn flies on the back because they're down below, and you kind of get a false indication of what the populations are like.
For the stable fly and the face fly, what are the treatment recommendations or thresholds to make there?
Well, for the stable fly, when you see about 5 flies per leg, that certainly is the economic injury level. And so you need to be vigilant and apply a treatment when you start seeing the animals bunch, which they will do. They will actually move into a corner of a pasture, and it'll disrupt, the stable fly will disrupt the grazing habits of the animals, and they'll be under a lot of stress.
And the face fly?
Face fly, you'll see the female fly feeding around the eyes of the animal, around the nose where there's secretions. And that's very annoying, and on top of the annoyance is the fact that the face fly can vector the bacteria that causes pink eye. And that's a big issue, especially with producers in eastern Nebraska. So treatment certainly is warranted. There are some pink eye vaccines that producers can utilize, and I would strongly recommend that the livestock producers visit with their veterinarian and determine which vaccine would work for them.